Hello, today's devotional can be found in Matthew chapter 21, verse 14. And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. Okay, so we are all blind, we are all lame, we are all sick with something or another. We are all in need of healing for our temples, because our bodies are temples. And Christ stands at the door to our heart, knocking, wanting to be let in so he can heal us through the atonement. But there is no handle on the door, so he cannot and will not force his way in. We have to let him in. And our body is ours on loan. We are borrowing it so that we can fulfill the purposes of mortality. But the bodies are not ours. We are given the responsibility of having them. But we will have to take responsibility for what we do to them during mortality. If we're cruel to our body and abuse our body, we will have to be accountable for it. And, when we die, our bodies will be buried or cremated or whatever. But when we are resurrected, our body will come back to us. But it will be our body, so we had better have taken care of it in mortality. People abuse their bodies every day without a thought to, is there a next life where I'll have to see my body again? The atonement can heal everything if people want it to be healed. Our bodies will be perfect when we're resurrected, yes. But if we don't take accountability for what we did to it in mortality, how do we know that the memory of that will not remain with us? Because if we don't want to be healed from those things, the Lord's not going to force that upon us. He's very strict about giving us our agency and sticking to that law. And he will let us do what we wish. But what we wish to do and what we do has consequences. Everything has a consequence. And we are all blind and lame with ignorance sometimes that we forget that our choices have consequences, and we act and we're surprised when something happens and we're forced to take responsibility. The Lord can heal us if we wish to be healed, but we also have to face the consequences of our actions when we do something. He's not going to take those away from us. But he will be with us when we endure those consequences. Because he's already endured them, so he knows what it's like, so he can help us. If we want it, if we come unto him, he will definitely help us. Don't turn away from him just because Satan says it's uncool or the world says they have no need for God. Ignore both of them. Go to God. He's the only one that can help you when you get in the messes. Because we certainly cannot help ourselves. We're too weak. We're too imperfect. But God can help us. And with that said, I love you all so very much. And I say these things humbly in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.